Yo, what is going on YouTube? This your boy Kamen Zero Spike back again once again. And today we're here for Kamen Vail episode 2. This episode it was shorter than the last one. It was only 11 minutes and 47 seconds long, but it was still a good episode. Basically, majority of the episode is Yukimi is taking care of she's taking care of Ginta. She actually saves him from she actually helps him get out of some rubble that happened when he destroyed that last dead man or demon. When he destroyed what they call him, devil. So yeah, after he destroyed the last devil in the last episode, he got he got buried under some rubble, and she helps him get out of it. And she basically just she says, she sees that he was bleeding and stuff like that. She kind of nurses him back to health. She takes him back to basically takes him back to the bathhouse. She gets ready to nurse him. She gets ready basically to nurse him back to health, or help him with his wounds and stuff. And she sees that he heals very quickly. He heals very fast, and she basically tells him that, hey, go take a bath. And she tells him she's basically bossing him around throughout the episode. But I guess she just really wants to help him, and he's not stubborn about it. I mean, he kind of is, but every time she tells him to do something, like, he basically is like, why? And it's like, because you stink. She's like, oh, you need to take a bath. He's like, why? Because you stink. And he's like, okay. And he goes to take a bath, and you see the real relaxation he's actually feeling. You see the real sighs of relief and him just actually relaxing. And he's actually relaxing, and you see that it's weird to him to be able to relax and stuff like this. He's not cooped up he's not chained to a wall with handcuffs on, cooped up in a room with only one door and no windows and whatever. He's treated like a person because of her, and that's what I liked about it. And he felt weird about it. And then now she feeds him the classic curry that the family always cooks and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, it's spicy. And he's like, oh, it's spicy, but it's really good. And he actually eats with her. He spends the night there at the bathhouse, and throughout the rest of the episode, they kind of spending time together. And she talks about getting him some new clothes and all that stuff. So while that's going on, we see that all the dudes at Noah. I don't know who I don't know who this head director guy is, but they do talk. Him and Katsuragi, they talk about the failures that they had before, and saying that Genta or Kamen or Vail is basically the only person who was able to that wasn't a failure, that wasn't a person that transformed into a dead man and into a devil and tried to kill everybody. We see that he was like, Katsuragi does feel really bad about experimenting on, hey, he said, young people, experiments on multiple young people, and basically ending their lives by them turning into devils and stuff like that. And they're all failed experiments. Basically, in order to create we don't know, but basically to create the ultimate Kamen Rider, who is Vail. I get a lot of Shocker vibes from this Noah organization. It really does feel like we're looking at a modern. I get a lot of Ichigo kind of vibes going on with this, Rider Ichigo kind of vibes going on here with how he basically was a regular person who was experimented on and was at first created for evil, but eventually rebelled against them and stuff like that. We see that Busan is he's the leader of this little SWAT unit, and they're basically off looking for him because they feel like if he they see that they also do see that he's with Yukimi. So they basically the head director basically says that, hey, go get him, bring him back here, and bring her back here too, because we don't need any of this information and any of that stuff really getting out to the public and stuff. And what I always thought was I thought that Vail has been killing these devils and things like that, right? So I felt like the people should have known. I feel like the people should know who he is. Not really his name, but aren't there witnesses of people taking him out? I mean, are there witnesses of people, seeing him like take out devils? Aren't there people witnessing him transform and stuff like that? Like there has to be, because he's killing these devils and like in the middle of the city of some of these things. So I felt like, and also in like warehouses, there are like some secluded areas where he's killing the devils, but I feel like some people should know at least. And like, they, with the last devil he fought and the people saw him, all the other people thought he was one too. So I guess that's true to a degree, since Vail is inside of him, and then Vail is basically a piece of Gifu. I feel like Vail is like basically a piece of Gifu, because, and then also you see that Gif, every time you give someone like basically like Gif's DNA or whatever, Gif has like this bronze metallic silver coloring with him, so everybody's connected to Gifu at this point anyway. Well, everybody who's a writer is basically connected to Gifu at this point, but except George and Haromi. But yeah. I feel like, I don't know, after this episode wasn't that long, it wasn't that much said. We just know that Katsuragi experiments on people, and eventually they found Ginta, then end up using the Gibbs DNA, gave it to Ginta. He became a success basically. Vail's now inside of him. He has like, he can transform with the Vail driver, and yeah, and now him and Yukimi have been like taken back to Noah. We see that the director basically looks at Ginta and tells him like, this is your home. All right, he's like, he slaps him. I'm like, yo. Well, he didn't slap him, but he slapped him, but it was like soft. And then they just throw him down and chain him up, and so I'm like, what is this? And then Vail finally talked. Vail only talks like once in the whole episode, but he basically, he talks and says that, oh, you taking a real liking to this girl, huh? And then he's like, shut up, Vail. I'm like, yo, that's the only time Vail's gonna say anything? I was thinking maybe Vail would have said something, throughout this. Like, he wasn't talking to him throughout the whole thing of when Yukimi was basically like pampering, basically taking care of him. Like, he wasn't saying anything. Like, he didn't say anything during the bath scene, cause I felt like he was gonna say something while he was taking a bath, or I felt like he was gonna say something while he was eating. But I felt like Vail was just kind of just sitting there and observing. Hello, computer. But I felt like Vail was maybe just sitting there observing everything. That's basically, I don't know, but it just felt like he was like suspiciously quiet throughout this episode. But yeah, basically episode ends off with both of them being in a cell, and their cells like right next to each other, and they've basically chained her up and everything too. So hopefully they don't try to experiment on Yukimi or anything like that. Hope not. And we see that they actually do plan on trying to basically get out of there. So I guess we're getting to the point where he ends up busting out of there. We also see Busan talking to Katsuragi, telling him that you can't, with your intellect and stuff like that, you could be doing a lot better. You could be doing a lot more than just sitting here like hurting people and like experimenting on people and stuff like that. But yeah, overall this is a good episode. It wasn't like action packed or anything like that, but it was still good. Got to see some of Ginta and Yukimi's relationship kind of start to flourish and start to grow. I like how he's not like angry or anything towards her. I like how he's like actually calm and stuff towards her. She actually names him Ginta. Like, that's the thing. After he told her he doesn't remember anything about his life, he doesn't remember his name, doesn't remember anything about himself. So yeah, she basically gave him the name Ginta. So that's a beautiful thing. But I like seeing the little relationship they started to flourish and stuff like that. Seeing how she really just wanted to take care of him. Like, she says things like, I have to protect him, I have to take care of him, because she felt like it was her fate. So yeah, but other than that, I'll see you guys next time. You let me know down in the comment section below what you guys think about this episode of Kamen Rider Vail. I'll see you guys next time. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I will see you all next time. Peace out, and remember, stay henshined.